So we are live, guys, with the CSRL Season 3 lottery draft. So we're going to be doing a lottery draft for the Premier, Majors, and Minors divisions. I have KJ hosting the draft wheels for us, and then I have Max as well here for commentary. We got a lot of teams this season, guys. What is your first thoughts on how this is going to go?
I think there's certain teams that probably need it more, like need higher draft picks more than other teams. So I think it'll be interesting to see where everything kind of shakes out for everyone. Biggest thing I think is like seeing how Premier shakes out, knowing that Girl Scouts won't get a pick, but one of the other five teams won't get a pick tonight because we only have four rookies. So seeing where those cards fall, and also knowing who's eligible to even pick anyone up, because some teams already have an SSL. I don't know if there's an SSL in the draft. So it's just only certain teams will actually be able to pick that person up. So it may fall. A team that gets the third pick might actually end up getting that SSL just because the first two might be teams that can't have them, you know?
That is true. That is true. And we are at 8 o'clock now, so you are good to spin the wheel whenever you're ready, KJ.
All right, before I spin the wheel, I want to kind of explain a little bit how this works. So pretty much, obviously, you guys can probably see on the screen, a whole wall of one team. Pretty much what's going to happen. Obviously, there's a shuffle button. I'm going to shuffle it however many times I want to. I'm going to spin it. Whoever it lands on, that person is going to get whatever pick, at that point in time. So when I shuffle this, whenever I spin the first time I spin this, the team that land, or, the team that the arrow lands on, that they're going to be getting the first pick. So, that out the way, finally, I'm going to spin this. We're going to shuffle and then spin this for the first pick in the draft for Premier. Looking to be Asylum, which is Max's team, actually.
Alright.
That's as good as it could have gone for you, Max.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, obviously, they do have the potential to pick up the SSL and Rixie.
Yeah, we are
Hopefully, tomorrow I can host a Premier Scouting set, as we have not had one of those yet. Well, let's see what happens. Either way, since I'm teaming on time crunch, I'm just not wasting time all that much. We're gonna go on to pick number 2 of 5 and see who will get pick number 2, and that looks to be Team Madger. Now,
out of the people left to be drafted, it's between Wally, who's a GC2, Avoid, who is a GC1, and Leon Bravo, who's a GC1. But they cannot take Wally because Forlix is their captain and is an SSL. So pretty much their pick is going to come down to taking either Avoid or Leon Bravo.
BTW, Team Madger is from the Cyber Outers franchise, and they have a rookie. They have a rookie captain. Obviously, they can't, or obviously they're able to take another rookie. But just for those who are mistaken.
I was mistaken. I was looking at the wrong team. They can actually take Wally because they don't have an SSL.
Yeah.
So they have any of those other three options on the table for them.
For the third pick, it looks to be going to Office Party Premier. Obviously, you mentioned Forlix is the captain, who is an SSL, which is probably good.
Hang on, you didn't take out all the Team Edgar things in there.
It didn't. It must have been a little different. That's fine. I can do that anyways as time goes on. Now, I guess I can take him out right now. I don't know what that's about. It is what it is. Either way, now that's pretty much half for Premiere. Oh, well, you are awfully quiet there, my guy.
I'm just watching and enjoying the show. You got a Team Madger stuck up there. You see it? No, up.
Yeah, I'm deleting that. I don't know what's up with this. It is what it is, and obviously Office Party Premiere. I think it's maybe because of the fact that I kind of copy pasted these back in, and either that or I just had it removed once, which may have been.
Yeah, I think you misclicked the button. I was watching. I think you misclicked the button.
Yeah, you definitely just hit remove and not remove all instances.
Yeah, I've spun this.
See the Madger? You see the Madger right there, right below Office Party.
Well, I'm going to be
It's
going back anyways.
it's stuck, yeah, right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense. Why that's
There's an
but
office party, and then you should be good.
just get this out. Nope, never mind. I don't know why that just kind of
Just click
did that.
backspace. I'm pretty sure.
Well, out of the teams that are left, with the King's Court and Widowy Esports, I know King's Court has one more slot to fill. They only have 2 roster members right now, and Widowy Esports has 3. So if anything, King's Court definitely needs this more, but we'll see if that pans out for them.
Yeah, we'll see. Sorry for this being super stuffed, everyone. It went way bad last season, but pick number
And
5
they get it.
seems to be going to TKC.
So the Team Esports franchise will not receive a pick in the Premier Draft. They will run with their 3 players they have now.
Well, that depends. It definitely depends. It could be where another.
We still have time. We still have time. Yeah.
Yeah, we still have time.
Anyone
That's
watching,
why...
get your friends in. We need GC plus players to fill the Premier Division. And I mean, the Amateurs could use some champ players as well. The minors is pretty set though. And speaking of the Majors Division, here we go now with the major draft. This is 8 teams instead of 6 in the Premier. And I don't even know where to begin. We see some familiar teams. We see some not familiar teams. There's a lot of new faces.
Yeah, and one thing I will say too about the majors is pretty much everyone across the board has 2 players on their team, so it's pretty equally heavy odds for everyone on how. Well, I mean the odds are equal anyway, but equally heavy stakes, I guess I would say. But the only team that only has 1 player, their captain is Office Party with Stratcat captaining. So they need to pick up a couple in the draft, and then Ice Age Majors also already has 3, so they probably need it the least out of everyone.
Well, that's enough of that. Who cares about boring stats, am I right? Either way,
Watch
all
this
jokes aside, might as well go and spin for the first pick, and it looks like Sugan D's going back to back.
Yeah, two first round or 2 first overall picks in seasons in a row.
It might be 3. It might be 3. I think he had a first overall pick in season 0 or something, didn't he?
Well, that would be season 1 that we're talking about.
Season 0 is season 0 was season 0. We're not going to count that. That was never a rookie draft. That was, well, I mean, I guess it was, but that was like a completely different draft, anyways.
Yeah.
But either way,
yeah, so West and Affected Potato will have their cream of the crop pick on who they want to pick up.
And obviously another pick, as there are 2 rounds for this. But speaking of 2, let's look for the second pick. And it looks to be going to Green Gujapka's franchise and picking Froggies.
Yeah, and they didn't get one for the first round. Or in Premiers, they didn't get a pick for the Premiers, so it's nice to see them get a high pick here in Majors.
Make sure, yeah.
Well, you never know. You never know. Again, someone could just join in for Premier. You never know. But for right now, who cares about Premier? Premier sucks. Let's go into pick number 3. Pick number 3 in this draft will belong to Office Party Majors.
Mm-hmm. So they still have a pretty high pick there to be able to get their second player on the roster, and then second round pick up that third.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to make a move on Sex Bomb.
Yeah, one would only guess with having Strikeout as the captain, but
with the 4th pick in this draft, it looks like Ice Age Majors. That is one of the 2 quote unquote I forget what type of franchises they are.
Trial.
Trial franchises. They are the one with they are one of Ice Age, obviously. Mumu captains that team. He already has, I think, 3 players. But obviously he's gonna be getting his 4th. Here at least 4, and it's fourth player and the fourth pick.
Yeah,
Funny how sometimes this stuff works.
it's not a bad spot to pick either. It could be worse, and you already got 3 players on your roster, so I think that's a great spot to pick your 4th player.
Yeah, but now for pick number 5, looking like the TKC Dukes. Yeah, they're gonna be getting pick number 5. I think they only have 2 players as well in Arc 5s and Darbear or Death Knight, depending on wherever you want to call them. So this is definitely not a bad spot, especially since there's so many Champ 3s in the draft. They already have one in a form of Death Knight, so they're pretty much set anyways. Either way, only 3 teams left for this Tier 1 Sunspear and Cub Scouts. Let's see who gets pick number 6, and it's going to be Cub Scouts. Well, Rip Sunspear and Insanity almost got that pick, but it seems to be Cub Scouts. This is interesting. They also have 2 players, and they are under the reigning Majors champions of Girl Scouts. And they had 2 solid players already. And you never know. They might actually end up being one of the favorites to win for this next major championship. Before we even try to debate that, let's see who gets 7th and 8th. Looks like Tier 1 is going to get 7th, and Sunspear is going to get the 8th in the major drafts.
Alright, last pick. We'll make it work.
Well, whoever he picks, whoever is Mr. Irrelevant, you better be ready. Max is gonna grind you hard.
So remind me again, who got 6th and who got 7th? Sorry.
It was Tier 1 6 Sunspear 7th. Or
No.
sorry. It was Cub Scout 6
Cub Scout 6,
Tier 1 7th. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. And now for the minors. Now, this has 10 teams. This is going to be a lot of spins. And there's not, I only have 8 slots per team on here. And the other wheels, on the other wheels, I only had 10. Or I had 10, 2 more than this. But I didn't feel like copy and pasting each team 10 times. Either way, though, for the first pick in these 20 pick draft, first and 11th pick in the 20 pick draft, will belong to Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts. So this is interesting because I believe, actually already have 4 players, so they won't get their first round pick.
Oh,
So
no way.
They will be first in the 2nd round, but they will not have a first round pick. So whoever spins this time will still be the first overall.
Oh, snap. This is huge.
Is it though? I only see 3. Unless I'm tripping.
No, they have 4. They have
Plus the captain. You gotta add the captain.
Allow, John on the mic, the Sun God, and Delta.
But it was Boy Scouts who got it.
Oh, I'm looking at. Oh, yeah, Boy Scouts only has 3. That's my mistake.
My goodness, Mix. But yeah, no, for the confusion's sake, Boy Scouts do have the first pick. They only have 3 players on the team.
3 things at once.
But yeah, Boy Scouts gets the first pick and 11th pick. They do not only have 1 second round pick. They have the first pick in the draft.
Very nice.
Now for the 2nd pick in the draft, in this, I guess, 19 pick draft, that will go to TFL Ascend.
TFL Ascend, as of right now, has 3. They have Konica, Saxon, and Half Cake with it on their team, so they'll look to add a solid 4th player with the 2nd overall pick.
It's not looking to be a bad team right now, at least. Obviously, it depends on the player they choose. But right now, this is definitely solid. But either way, you might as well just go on to the 3rd pick in the draft to see who gets pick 3 and 13. And it looks to be Lunatics.
Lunatics. I'll take it.
Wow. Obviously, Lunatics roster only has like 2 spots, both Diamond 3. So they're not going to be able to take a Diamond 3 player. So whoever gets pick number 4, they shouldn't probably be all that upset anyways. Actually, maybe everyone could be getting Diamond 3 player. I have no idea. Or maybe not. But either way, I'm sure whoever gets picked 4 wouldn't be too upset. But that team who would get pick number 4 looks to
Order
be...
of the Otters.
Yeah, Order of the Otters. Now, this is interesting. They do not have one... They only have the captain. Don't know what's going on. I don't know what the game plan with
There are
that
3
is,
teams
but...
that only have a captain, actually. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
there's...
interesting how it's playing out in minors right now.
Seems to
Yeah,
be the Wild West of the divisions right now.
It is what it is. But we're gonna continue on. 6 more teams need to be picked. So we'll see how this goes. For the 5th pick, looks to be not actually the 5th pick because Office Party Miners gets picked. Well, they don't get pick number 5 actually. They do have 4 players. And, well, actually, I don't think they wouldn't have been able to pick a Diamond 3 anyways. They have 2. So, I don't think it's going to be that big of a blow for them anyway. So, yeah, obviously, they only have pick... I guess at that point will be 14. But...
They already have a D2 as well, so pretty much everyone on their team is going to have to be D1 or below.
Yeah, pretty much. So, when that time comes, which hopefully will be next week, we'll see what they pick. But for now, pick number 5 and pick 15, I guess. Maybe, I don't even know. Will be Vital Audacity, which I'm pretty sure this is also the other...
Only, yes.
Well, it's not... Well, I was actually more so meaning one of the... Or the
This
other...
is not an experimental franchise. This is the team that's on its own. Has no affiliations.
Yeah,
oh,
pretty
it's
much
completely on its own.
Yeah, it's completely on its own. So we'll see how that goes as well. But might as well go ahead for this next team. It will get pick number 6 in the draft. That will end up being Pepper Club.
And this is also part of the Team Esports Gaming franchise led by Icinator, who has picked up Duray in free agency. So that'll be an interesting team to see how that shakes out.
I do like peppers.
Do you want a cookie with that one?
What's that?
All jokes aside, we have what seems to be 4 teams remaining.
Should be 3.
Yeah, I feel like it should be 3 too, unless I'm completely missing something.
Atomic Rose, TKC Knights, and Ice Age Miners should be left.
Oh right, no, that never mind. There are 3 teams remaining. I suck at math apparently. All right. Either way, we'll spin the wheel for pick number 6, or the true pick number 6. That will go to Ice Age Miners. Who I'm pretty sure that is captained by Camaro.
It is. And they also have picked up Timothy, or now known as Thorfinn, who is another Diamond 3. So that's another team that I believe already has its... Oh no, Camaro's placed Diamond 1, so they still can pick up a D3 in the draft.
Oh yeah. D3, even a D2, if somehow they can get it. I don't know how the draft will stack up. We'll see what happens.
I mean, there's a lot of D2s and D3s in the draft, so there might still be some available there by the time that we get to that pick. But
either way, though, once again, TKC not having the best of luck, as they will be getting the 8th pick. Should still be able to pick up a Diamond 3, I think, but I don't know. That would mean the Atomic Rose ends up being pick number 9 and 19 in the or in the draft. Well, that is
Dang.
pretty much this, right? That's pretty much the whole lottery.
That is the entire lottery, and we will have the draft posted. The draft results for the draft order posted in the Discord here shortly. Gonna be an interesting draft this upcoming week. It's definitely gonna be an interesting draft. Looking at where everybody's picking right now. Who's the biggest winner from today's draft? What would you guys say?
I don't know. My team kind of took an L with that majors draft pick, but we got very high draft picks in both of the other two divisions. So I'm not mad with where my team landed. Thank you for looking at. I think, but overall, probably the best is the Cyber Otters franchise. Getting the second pick in Premier, getting the first in majors, and getting the
Fourth.
in minors. So top 4 picks in each division is not bad.
So they probably are a winner of the draft. You'd say.
Yeah, I'd probably say so.
What about you, KJ?
Man, I'm just here to spin the wheel, not even to remember where each pick goes, if I'm being honest. But it might be Asylum. I mean, obviously picking like that team has been great, anyways. Especially since that's formerly Gundam Gang being runner up the last 3 or all 3 times, which is a compliment and a criticism at the same time. But at the same time, though, being able to potentially get this SSL as they are eligible, it definitely shake things up. But we'll see what happens come draft day, anyways.
And that is going to be all for the lottery drafts tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Max and KJ, for helping with the lottery draft and casting. And I hope everyone enjoys their night. Hopefully, we'll have a draft date posted for next week.